Relatively short video. There's not really much to update on. I did finally finish off the hair. I'm just taking my sweet time building her out, mainly because I don't want to stress myself out, and right now I just don't really have the fire to actually really finish her off right now, mainly because I want to be really lazy. But with that said, I am going to start back up on her and probably either a little later tonight or maybe tomorrow. But as you can also tell, I have a few of my other figures here, and I'm actually out in my living room. Simply put, the reason why this is because I have a mouse in my house. And I really don't want to risk these figures getting damaged by that mouse. And considering they're in my room, it would be pretty difficult to see if something was going wrong and whatnot. So I had to move them all out into my living room and slash kitchen so I can keep tabs on them and whatnot. Because the last thing I want to do is the mouse to go in there and just chew these things up, especially on the feet and whatnot. So there's also that I have to contend with. So I might actually prolong my build process because I don't really want to start working on Shirley start really working on her in death again until I make sure this mouse is gone. I do also have Congo out here also because all these four girls I built, I'm very attached to them, so I really don't want to risk them getting damaged. And I'm also going to take this opportunity to make sure all the parts for Congo are still working. The RC car, the servos for the turrets, the lighting, the sound system and whatnot. And I'm also going to use her to my advantage also, and I'm going to place a few mouse traps right in there and right in there. So maybe she might be the one that gets the mouse. Who knows? She is Congo after all. I'm also maintaining some baby betta fry. As you can tell, this one's about 2 months old, I think. These are some fairly young baby bettas, and they're quite big for how young they are, and I'm very impressed with their growth rate. So this is another thing I'm having to contend with as I build these figures. Oh yeah, speaking of baby bettas, this is the 5.5 in my bathroom. There's about 6 in the tank I just showed recently. This tank has a lot. Luckily they're small, so I just gotta feed them brine shrimp and do water changing. This tank's relatively easy to take care of, but once these guys get to the size of the one I just showed you, then I'm going to have to really start figuring out what I'm going to do with these guys. But that's not going to be for a while. Now I do have Raymond here still because she's literally right at the edge of my wall, and I can easily watch her whenever I need to, and so far nothing's happened. And when it comes to my closet, this is basically what's left of my closet. I still have Jack in here. I'm not too concerned with her getting damaged, and I'm also not as attached to her to where she gets damaged. I'm just going to be bent out of shape like I would if if Min-May, Freya, Congo, or Shirley got damaged. Now I'm still not now of course I still don't want to throw her away, obviously, because she was my first ever build. But I'm just not as attached to her as I used to be. But I still keep her because, well, again, she was my first build ever, and I did put a lot of work into her. And I really don't want to trash that work. But like I said, I'm not too concerned with the mouse going after Jack. I am going to put like 1 or 2 mouse traps in here also, just in case. But what I am going to do is that when I'm done with this video, since I'm fairly certain the mouse isn't in here, I'm just going to take one of my towels, probably this one here, and I'm just going to block this whole little area off so the mouse can't get in, or if he's in here, it can't get out and starves to death. And of course, I will also be doing daily checks on this on my closet, just in case. But there was one other thing I did build when I was taking my few days off, and that's the guitar from Macross 7. This is the gold variant. This one does have a Bluetooth speaker in it and whatnot, and I'm not going to show you what it's going to sound like in this video because I don't know if I'll get a copyright struck or not, so I'll just have a whole separate little short video for this thing. But it's a life size, but it's the same exact guitar as a Bosch, or however you pronounce his name, uses. Granted, it's the gold variant, but I'm very happy with how this one came out. And of course, it's made out of paper and foam board like everyone else. But yeah. So that's pretty much it for this video. Also, I need to redo my secondary computer right there. You can see it's all just strewn about. I had to completely tear all that area out because the mouse, when I first saw it, was within this area, which was within the area this computer was. I saw it scurry out from here to around here or so, and then scurry back. So when I found that out, I basically tore out my whole secondary computer and just tried finding a little pain in the ass. But unfortunately, a mousetrap will have to do.